Everyone loves a good wrestling promo. They can run the gamut from funny, threatening, or passionate. But those promos can also sometimes be completely brutal and leave a psychic scar on these oiled-up gladiators. Here are 10 most offensive insults in wrestling history. Honorable mention to The Rock, but most of his insults were more entertaining than insulting. And we're not including Paige's or Randy Orton's comments about the dead because, yeah, not in good taste. Sasha Banks smacks down Charlotte. Give credit to Sasha Banks here for proving that you don't need a PG-13 rating to put the verbal beatdown on an opponent. 1 week after winning the Women's Championship, former champ Charlotte tried to belittle Banks and minimize her accomplishments, but left an opening for Banks to exploit. Charlotte called Banks' reign a one-night stand, but Banks fired back with, "Sweetheart, you're the daughter of Ric Flair. If it wasn't for a one-night stand, you probably wouldn't be standing here. Drop the mic, Banks." That was great. The Miz blindsides Daniel Bryan. Who in the blue hell thought that Talking Smack, a seemingly inconspicuous show on the WWE Network, would produce such a controversial moment? On a segment with Miz and his former NXT student Daniel Bryan, the Yes Man told Miz that he thought he wrestled like a coward. Miz then showed more fire than ever before in his WWE career by his perceived cowardice of Bryan for not wrestling anymore despite promising the fans that he would. Fair insult or not, the knife cut deep on this segment. Jerry Lawler trashes ECW. Jerry Lawler's hatred for Extreme Championship Wrestling is legendary in the wrestling business. For years, Lawler criticized the promotion's shock tactics and uber-violent style, dubbing the promotion extremely crappy wrestling. Lawler's biggest insult towards Paul Heyman's promotional spawn came when the King himself went to the ECW arena in Philadelphia. Upon his arrival, Lawler stated this gem: "This bingo hall, the ECW arena, should be built out of toilet paper because there's nothing in it but shit." He may have waned off in recent years, but never forget Lawler at his prime. Chris Jericho roasts Stephanie McMahon. Jericho may have entered the WWE with great fanfare, but he faltered for a good while in the company before becoming entrenched in the main event scene. What got him to the top? Insulting Stephanie McMahon. While Y2J had several good disses to Miss McMahon, his best was undoubtedly when it seemed like he was targeting Rhino. The person he actually ended up calling a smelly, greasy, nasty animal was the billion-dollar princess. Main event status confirmed. A divine slap. Jim Ross is easily the most beloved wrestling announcer of all time. A big reason for that was his resiliency to deal with his Bell's palsy, a disease which paralyzes in one side of the face. Leave it up to the original mayor of Suplex City, Taz, to exploit that in a storyline against good old JR himself. On an episode of Raw in 2000, Taz would intimidate JR and then say, "I would love to slap you across the face, but God beat me to it." CM Punk's fake sympathy. The death of Paul Bearer in 2013 shocked the wrestling world as the business lost one of its most beloved and respected personalities. But did CM Punk or Paul Heyman give a damn? Nope. As The Undertaker came out to the ring to pay respect to his fallen manager, Punk came out to the stage and appeared to express his condolences to the Phenom. Not for the loss of his friend though, but for his loss at the upcoming WrestleMania 29. Man, we need CM Punk back in the WWE, somehow. The career-making STI. It seems that AJ Lee picked up a few tricks from her husband CM Punk during her stint in WWE, as this insult sent shockwaves through the Divas division. One night after losing her Divas Championship to Nikki Bella, Lee took on Nikki's twin Brie in a match on Monday Night Raw. Post-match, AJ grabbed the microphone and dropped a pipe bomb on the Bellas. Talent wasn't sexually transmitted. The arena gasped, fans spit out their drinks, and everyone gave AJ a round of applause. Stone Cold craps on Bret Hart. Stone Cold made his name in the WWE for his brutal ass-kickings and affinity for trash-talking. But one of his best insults came before he was crowned as the centerpiece of the company in 1998. During his feud with Bret Hart in 1997, Stone Cold absolutely iced the Hitman with an insult for the ages. If you put the letter S in front of Hitman, you'll have my exact opinion of Bret Hart. Never before did Steve Austin earn his nickname of Stone Cold. The boss doesn't forgive. We've seen it time and time again on WWE television. You don't cross the boss, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Vince has committed some truly heinous acts in his time on screen, but the recipient of his most brutal tongue lashing was his own son Shane. As the boy Wonder was restrained by his brother-in-law Triple H, Vince tore his son down with words that only he was mad enough to utter. "I will never ever forgive your mother for giving birth to you." And people wonder why Shane left WWE? Harley Race cuts deep. Newer wrestling fans likely don't know that Ric Flair survived a plane crash. In the 1970s, Flair was on a plane which crashed in North Carolina. He survived, but 3 others didn't. Years later, Harley Race would use the accident as fuel for an absolutely brutal insult on the Nature Boy. While building up his client Vader, Race told Flair that, "When my boy is done with you, you're going to wish you were back in the plane." Holy shit, that was dark. And that's it for our list. Did we leave out any harsh verbal barbs? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the Sportster on YouTube for more awesome content. Until next time.